Poppy. Come on. Hello. Welcome back to DogWatch. DogWatch Xtreme. Xtreme with an X. Because everything's better when you spell it that way. You get that extra demographic. Or it was a joke, I think, from Stargate all those years ago when they did a spoof episode called Wormhole Xtreme, and it was with an X, and the producers were joking that it appeals to a wider demographic if you put an X in there, because all the kids do it. Here we are. This is this evening's walk. In there and in there. Poppy sporting her new extreme adventure gear. Sit down, please. Sit. Poppy. Sit down. Oi. Pay attention. Poppy. 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 Sit down. Sit down. Come here. The reason this is extreme is I can pick her up by this. Look. I can just pick her up and carry her around. Sit. She's not awfully fond of it at the moment, but I can do it if I want to. Come on. Good girl. There we go. And we're off. Off on an adventure. TLE. Hello. How you doing? Thank you for joining me. Hey, honey. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I thought, why not? Extreme! I know, right? It's because she's got extreme harness. Rich! Hey, man. Oh my god, there's loads of people here. Cubing time. Insuffice. Hello. Off-road stuff. Hello. That was a whole 2 minutes before somebody asked me about 7 Days to Die. I'm going to start putting people on chat timeout if they ask me about that. DogWatch returns. Spectre, hello. DogWatch is back. DogWatch is back because we're showcasing Poppy's new harness. Look, it's like an extreme all-terrain thing. Come here, let's show off your harness. It's got this strap thing here so you can pick her up. It's got 2 buckles for the lead. It's got a nice, come here, like Ninja Turtle chest piece down the front. 2 straps around the sides. It's good. There you go. Let's go. 7 days auto ban, yeah. 7 days ban for talking about 7 days. That sounds fair, I think. This is the new walk we found. So you go in this field, you can just go round that field, but also you can cut behind those trees and go into the other field. And it only adds about 10 minutes. So let's do that. Because she didn't get much exercise yesterday because she was sat in a car. She got some exercise. We took her out last night, but to the shop and back. You've been watching season 2? Season 2. Oh, season 2 is one of my favourites. Season 2 is the city one, isn't it? Season 2 and season 4. Or was it season 3? Can't remember. It's the city, even though it was a pain in the arse, was really fun to do. And then the casino stuff was equally a major pain in the arse. But I guess maybe that's why I love them. You know, you get more reward out of more risk, and they were by far the most challenging things I've had to do. The casino stuff was mental, to say the least. You know, 4 people pretending to be like, I don't know, 2 or 3 dozen. 4 people changing gear, changing weapons, respawning somewhere in the hotel and running back down, pretending to be somebody else, was interesting to say the least. I do get a little bit triggered, if I'm honest. I'd like to bring it back, but it's been 2 years. I'm not even talking to half the cast anymore. If I do, it'll come back. If I do ever do it, it'll come back as something completely different. Maybe not even in the same game. Probably with just Nubbin. Maybe Andy. Maybe Andy, because he's fun to have around. And he talks all funny and American. You want 18 more seasons? Sorry if it triggers me. No, I don't mind taking questions about it. I just don't like people telling me to carry on doing it. Because, I don't know, it's a difficult conversation. It's difficult to understand why I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm kind of tired of going over the same thing over again. I can't remember how many times I've said I'm not doing it because of X, Y, and Z, and have to go into the detail of it. And at the end of the day, I don't feel like I should have to go into the detail of it. But anyway, how long did it take? The casino episodes at the very end of season 3? They took to shoot the episodes. So it was 2 episodes, so that's 40 minutes of footage. To shoot those 2 episodes was maybe, I think, 2 evenings. I think it was 2 evenings work. So that's from like 7 p.m. to about midnight. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's like what? 10 hours. 10 hours to get 40 minutes of footage. And that was just to shoot the scenes for those 2 episodes. The casino itself maybe took a week to build. Hey, Pops. And then maybe 2 or 3 days to edit, I think, to edit those 2 episodes, because there were lots of cuts, lots of hard cuts to try and get it all to flow. And because it was like a season finale, it was I wanted it to be really good. And then I suppose a couple of hours with Dom, the guy who played Jobby, what's his name? Hector, to figure out their accent and figure out what he was going to say, and figure out what Dragon, played by Bravo, was going to say, and just make sure that the whole script sort of went according to plan. I use the word script loosely. It wasn't really a script. I told them I wanted it to go in this direction. Poppy, we don't go that way. No, that goes into a ditch. America. So this is the first field that we're going around. Do you want to get past me? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, okay. Is that what you're doing? So, yeah. How's things with everyone? Rich, I see you've been away. Did you have a nice holiday? Hope the family's well. I have to spend 2 weeks. I have to spend 2 evenings away from home this week because work has ever so politely asked me to come in an extra day. So I'm away from home 2 nights this week with work starting tomorrow. So I'm away Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Back home again Thursday evening. So there's 3 evenings of my week eaten up with work. And people wonder why I haven't got time to do YouTube anymore when I work away from home. So even when I get home on Wednesday night, I don't get home till fairly late. So there's like 2 evenings a week already. Now I'm losing 3 evenings a week this week. And then I used to put my weekends into the show as well, and I don't anymore because I have a fiance and a stepson. I like spending time with my family, or we go places, or we visit friends and family. Like the weekend just gone, we were in Liverpool, 4 hours away, visiting my mum and dad. I have a dog that needs walking, so I won't even have finished my dinner tonight until 8 PM, when normally I used to get in from work, have something really quick and dirty and easy, and get straight to doing 7 Days to Die until the moment I went to sleep. The dog is doing a crap. Good girl. Yeah, well done. Can't tell him off for doing the business. I need to get the bag out with my teeth, because why not? Beautiful view, huh? Sorry, Andy, it's got to be a quarter or a third. Did you say a third of the screen? Not in the middle, a third. Is that proper photography stuff? There's the view the other way. Sorry, that's probably making a racket, isn't it? But I'm going to have to put you down for a second. I wonder if I can just place you. Like that. There we go. Random question. You start your work experience next year. You have friends who will give you a job. But how hard is it to keep a good time every day for work? I don't understand the question, I'm sorry. How hard is it to keep a good time every day for work? Hey Krill. How you doing, man? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. How hard is it to keep a good time every day for work? I don't understand that. Connection's going a little bit as well, sorry guys. Oh god! Yeah, that's kind of what I thought maybe he was trying to say, or have a good time at work? Or are you talking about getting to work on time? How hard is it to keep a sleep schedule knowing you have work again the next day? You're preaching to the choir, my friend. I am notoriously bad at this because I'm a bit of a night owl, so the whole 9 to 5 thing doesn't really sit well with me. Alas, I work in a 9 to 5 job, so I have to make it work. Ultimately, you just have to kind of put stuff down at the end of the day. I'm really bad for it. I've had evenings where maybe I've not sat down at my computer. Maybe I've planned on having a computer night and I want to play a few games with some friends, and Nubbin and I are having a really good time playing like PlayerUnknown or something, and before I know it, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I go to bed, and then I wake up the next morning and I feel like utter death. So ultimately, it's make sure you're not doing anything crazy before you go to bed. So I've done some reading into it. They recommend not looking at any screens for half an hour before you go to bed, because it puts your brain in a sort of more awake state for when you go to bed. So don't stare at any screens, whether it's your phone or your computer. Maybe read a book for half an hour before you go to bed. That helps you sleep. And make sure you get like 8 hours, and you should feel alright. And if in doubt, get like a crazy good alarm clock. I used to have an alarm clock that was like a sonic alarm clock. So not only was it the highest decibel rating alarm clock known to man, but it also had It also had like a weird vibrating thing that you put under your bed so it shook you awake as well. Your friends are the people giving you the job. Well, that's fine. Doesn't matter who's giving you the job. You have to ultimately consider what's best for you. So, you know, if you spend every night gaming with your friends until like stupid o'clock in the evening, and you're a little bit worried that maybe they'll be like, dude, come on, we're working at the same place, you should stay up as well, but you don't think you know, like, are capable of burning the candle at both ends, as they say, then don't do it. You know, tell them how important the job is to you and how much you need the experience, and you want to take it seriously, or you need the money, or you're a bad sleeper, so you need to go to bed at certain times, you know, if you're going to get up at a certain time. And, you know, if they're really good friends, they'll understand. It's, you know, it takes a while to adjust to a routine. So maybe it's, you know, for them, they can, you know, stay up late and play games and then get up in the morning and get to work on time because they're used to it. But if this is something that's new for you and you're not used to it, then, you know, they'll understand. It's your first kind of go at the whole job thing, isn't it? So it's always a shock to the system. A couple of years ago I got made redundant. It was around the time that I was doing season 2, which is the whole reason season 2 happened, because if I hadn't have been made redundant, I wouldn't have had the time to build a city in a computer game. But around the time that happened, I was redundant basically means you get laid off work, because, you know, there's a change in circumstances with the company and they deem your role to not be relevant to the future of the business anymore. So you get laid off, normally with a package, because it's not your fault. You're not getting fired, you're just getting laid off. I really fell out of the routine, man. I was staying up late, was waking up late. I was putting all my time into YouTube. I found myself kind of slipping into an American sleep cycle, so I wasn't waking up until 2 p.m. my time, was going to bed 4 a.m. my time. And then when it came to starting my new job, I really struggled. And I mean really struggled. I was late a couple of times and my boss was like, dude, come on, seriously. For me to personally get around it, I ended up moving house because I lived on my own. I didn't have anyone to kind of kick me up the butt to say, come on, man, get out of bed, and help me kind of get my body clock back into the right sort of sleep pattern. So I ended up moving house, and that's when I moved in with Omega, and he was in a sort of similar, you know, 9 to 5, 8 till 4 job. So he just kind of would give me that kick in the butt for a couple of weeks in the morning just to make sure I got up for work. And you know, as soon as you've been at it for a couple of weeks, you get used to it. So it's just how it goes. Bonus meat. Hey man, you haven't seen some of the footage for a while? That's cool, man. Don't worry, it's there. You're working for your friend, so I will be let off, but he still needs a good employee, so I'm worried because of my horrible sleep pattern. No, man, you'll be fine. Just make sure you go to bed at a reasonable time, and, you know, if you live with your folks or you live with friends or whatever, just make sure they give you a kick in the butt in the morning to get up, and, you know, you'll be cool. Who's a good girl? Thanks, man. Yeah, it was really fun. It was really funny footage. It wasn't like role played, but it was just a huge giggle. Bravo was doing loads of his cool impressions. He does a really good Morgan Freeman and a few other people, so there's a few episodes where he's doing that. Everybody was just having a giggle and was pretending to be other people and stuff. And Payday's notoriously difficult to record, I find, unless you're doing montage videos of like funny clips. It's really difficult to record a heist, because especially if you're doing a stealth heist, Nubbin and I maybe fail a stealth heist like 15 times before we figure out, you know, the whole process of what we're supposed to do, and then we nail it. So it's, you know, it's a long process to get a decent payday video. Yeah, man, that's what you need. Whatever it takes, you know, call on friends, call on family. If you're even slightly concerned that you're not going to be getting up in time, well, first of all, make sure you get an early night. Makes a huge difference. I'm guilty of not doing that enough myself. For example, tonight, I know for a fact I have to get up tomorrow an hour and a half earlier than I normally have to, because I need to get up, get myself ready, throw my suitcase in the car, and then drive 3 hours to work. And if I don't get there in time, then it's going to look bad. So Monday nights are normally the night I have an early night. Have I considered another series? Yeah, I consider another series like 7 Days to Die maybe once a week. I've had a number of conversations with Nubbin about it recently, about me and him doing something. He wants to do something in Space Engineers. We also kind of thought about maybe doing something in Life is Feudal, but my only reservation with that is maybe there's not enough content for Life is Feudal, and it is a very slow game. It's very grindy and very difficult to kind of progress quickly. Thank you. And then I'm kind of waiting for Survive the Nights to come out, which is coming out, I'm told, to people who backed on Kickstarter in about a fortnight. So I'd like to maybe do something in that game. But then multiplayer servers aren't out yet and might not be out for a while. Ark is interesting. Ark, we played it socially about a couple of weeks ago. And I enjoy it. It's a good game. I'm actually getting the hang of it now. I think I got to something like level 50 or something. So we were doing fairly well. I think the problem with Ark is it's very unforgiving. You know, we got so far with a base. We moved to an island we thought we were happy with. Got attacked by a bunch of scorpions, and then you lose all the really good gear you've got. And then because you died by a big pile of scorpions, it's really difficult to get back to your stuff again, and then you end up having to start from scratch. Survive the Nights is a game that will be coming out maybe August, September time on Steam as an early alpha. It's a sort of new zombie survival game by a company called A to Z Interactive. So Frankie, if anyone watches Frankie's channel, Frankie on PC in 1080p, Frankie did a video about this game I want to say about 18 months ago. Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll do that. He did a video on it about 18 months ago. He kind of made it look like he was playing the game, which was kind of sneaky, but actually he was talking over a very early concept video that the developers had put together. But it looks cool, man. You know, there's electricity in it and stuff. You can fix generators and build like road traps and stuff, and you can fish in the game, which always looks really interesting, and it's really, really pretty as well. So it's kind of like the next level of zombie survival. So that could be fun. Years ago, when I first heard of the game, I was going to switch 7 Days to Die out to that game, but it was it's been in development for fucking ages. So I think I kickstarted it about 2 years ago, maybe 18 months, 2 years ago. Actually, do you know what? It was around season 2.5, season 3. At some point I was going to switch the season to a different game, and then the game just didn't come out. So yeah, it's interesting. Thanks, man. Yeah, well, you know, it's just what it is, isn't it? It's not like I'm about to give you my, you know, my full name and address or anything, but isn't this what YouTube's about? It's about people connecting with other people and forming a bit of a community and having a chat with one another and stuff. And you guys haven't got to just like tune into this video to do that. I know this is probably the best form of it because it's live and you can type a question and I can speak and answer. But there's other ways you can do it. You know, there's other ways we can all keep in touch with one another and have a chat about this kind of stuff. I've got obviously my Twitter and my Facebook account, both accepting you know, notifications and messages and stuff. There's my website, which has a blog on it, a forum on it, come on, which is free to sign up to. So, you know, you can make a quick account on the website, and there's a little forum on there where we can all have a conversation with one another. Do I live up north? No, I don't. I actually live in Somerset. I live in the southwest of England. This is Somerset, where they make the cider. So yeah, if anyone, you know, there's been people on there. I don't check it as much as I used to because the amount of people talking on there kind of died down, but I have a website. It's twistedink.uk. It has a forum. It's free. You can talk about whatever you want on there with me or with anybody else on there, or it was there for you guys to kind of all interact with one another and have a conversation, and you know, and I can be part of that, and but more importantly, you're all part of that. You're all getting to know one another, and that's what I kind of have the Markiplier approach to YouTube. If anyone sort of resonates with me, I think it's him. Poppy, come on, out the garden. He's all about YouTube being a place where people can look after one another in the community that they've built together, and I kind of like that. So, do I have a Discord server? I do have a Discord server. It's currently listed as a Patreon reward on my Patreon. Poppy, sit down. Sit. Thank you. It's currently listed as a, come here, it's a $5 tier reward on my Patreon to get to my Discord, because who makes money on YouTube anymore, right? So I figured it'd at least help fund the purchase of new games, at least, if nothing else. Yeah, I have two. I have one up each arm. I'll show you in a minute when I get rid of this dog turd in my hand. Come on this way. Good girl. I had to do a spin around because the lead got caught around me. So yeah, at the moment it's a $5 reward on my Patreon. If you sign up to Patreon to the $5 tier reward, you automatically get sent a Discord invite. So it's that simple. It's tied directly in, and there's a bunch of us on there. So actively using it is myself, Nubbin, Caitlin, Andy, who you've seen here, the Explorographer. He's the guy I did Sniper Elite with, also goes by 219 Gaming. There's a bunch of other people on there that we're friends with. There's a bunch of other people who are already part of, you know, whatever you would want to call my community. There's a bunch of people on there already. I also do have merch, yes. So I have a merch store on my website. For those of you that might have missed it, it's twistedink.uk. There's a free desktop wallpaper on there that I made a while ago in case anybody fancied having my logo on their computer. There's a merch store powered by Redbubble with all my various avatars on there. There's a forum. It's a forum where you guys can talk to one another. There's a blog as well. So I haven't updated it in a while because traffic to the website's died out, but there's a blog where I'll occasionally write about games or occasionally write about what life is up to. And then there's obviously my Patreon as well, which has got a couple of tiered rewards. I can't remember what they are now. One of them's access to my Discord server. The next one is some sort of private live stream, I think, that I haven't figured out yet because no one's paid up. And then the highest tier reward is to like hook up one another on Steam or something and like play a game together. I have a private server which is currently hosting Life is Feudal, and then, you know, it might change to a different game every now and again, but essentially the highest level reward on Patreon gives you access to that server and whatever game might be on it, and it's down to me whatever game will be on it, so it depends on what I'm, you know, playing casually at the moment. At the moment, as I say, it's Life is Feudal. Come here, don't go wandering off. I'm trying to get this in the dog bin. Okay, tattoos. Tattoos should be a bit of a giveaway because they're on my avatar on my YouTube page, but there's one. That's my right arm. And then the other one, if I can do it. Poppy, wait. Wait. The other one is there, up my left arm. So I have a different tattoo. Thanks, Andy. You're like the best moderator. I think that's the right link. Is that the right link? I haven't been on it in a while. But yeah, man, I've got all the stuff. Got all the stuff you could want. Look, they're building new houses here. The one on my right arm is a Stargate address. So that's from Earth. And then it's a 7 symbol address. It's from Earth to Camelot. It's a Stargate address from the TV show Stargate SG-1. And then the one on my left arm is also from Stargate, and that's written in the language of the people who built the Stargates. So they were either referred to as the Ancients or the Atlanteans. It's written in their native written language. Come on, leave the sandbag alone. And it says the universe is infinite in their language. And I thought it was really pretty and really precise and a bit nerdy and a bit scientific, and that's kind of me in a nutshell. So, and I like big blocky tattoos. So my next one's going to be completely different. My next tattoo is going to be sort of a half sleeve on my left arm, I think, from my shoulder down, and it's going to be all really pretty and Japanesey and stuff. My PlayerUnknown's video, I did win. My PlayerUnknown's video. It's not my best win, but it's the first win I actually remember to record. I'd say I'm fair at the game. I'm not amazing. I played earlier and I came 12th. The video I put up on my channel was not my best win. I think I got 2 kills, but I won. And I've shared a few screenshots on things like Twitter and stuff, and my Discord, where I've had I think my best win is a 12 kill win, and second best is a 10 kill win. But for some reason I seem to do better at, well, it's called chicken dinners, isn't it? So it's me winning the game. It's called chicken dinners with twists, so I think that the title gives it away. Leave that alone, thank you. Get a tattoo on my back, man. I don't think I'd want a tattoo on my back, but anyway, guys, I'm home. I'm gonna go have a shower. The dog needs a drink. Then it's time for dinner. So thanks for tuning in with DogWatch Xtreme. If you guys want to continue the conversation, you know you can at either Patreon by signing up to my Discord, my website by using the forum, or just hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. So, no, you can't watch. I'm sorry. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.